A 4-0 win at home in the first of a two-parter against Merstham. Hayden, pretty good that, pretty comfortable, happy?
Yeah, I thought we were a little bit loose in the first 20 minutes of the game, and I think it would be unfair not to recognise that they had their moments. But once we'd grown into the game, I think from 20 minutes onwards, even though we were probably 1 or 2 up at that stage, I think strategically from 20 minutes onwards, there was a complete control for the rest of the game.
Is the only frustration perhaps that it could and should have been a few more than 4?
We've got to improve in those areas, and you're absolutely right to make that point, because with respect to Merstham, when you play the better sides, as we saw last week, you can't miss those chances.
Yeah.
And I've seen the game back again from last week, and there were chances in that game. The goalkeeper did very well from Dan Hector, there was Louis, there was Reese in the first half, there was Benno in the second half. There were chances in that game. We're a little bit in danger of you miss a chance and you know another one's coming along, which is fine. They did today, but they won't next week, and they won't against a better side. So I think that we have to be far more clinical to make sure that our superiority with the ball is absolutely justified in the end result.
How pleased are you that we've gone out of the cup this time last week, and we've had 2 games since then, a comfortable win today, and midweek we went and got a draw with the team that are now top of the league and only gone further ahead top of the league after winning again today. How pleased are you with the response to the cup exit?
Yeah, I'm really pleased. I can't say that I'm surprised, because I know the characters in the dressing room, the personalities in the dressing room, and Kingstonian have a great dressing room, and they have a choice to make. The choice would have been that we feel sorry for ourselves, or the choice is that we feel inspired by what we did in the FA Cup. We've had a taste of, bringing big games back to Kingstonian, and we want more of it. So we're using the game as inspirational rather than disappointing to really make sure we move forward.
We didn't chat after midweek, but were you pleased with a point at Folkestone? It felt like actually either team probably could have got a winner in that game, but was a point fair?
I think so. It was fair. Definitely, it was fair. It was disappointing to concede so late in the first half, albeit I don't think it's unfair to suggest had we been 1-0 up at half time, it might have flattered us a little bit. They probably shaded the first half. But in saying that, I think again it showed immense character of the players and a great integrity from the players, that we went away to the top of the league 2-3 days after coming out of the FA Cup. We wasn't at our best, but they still couldn't beat us. That was a real key, and let me explain why. I want the team to play in a certain way. Everybody knows I want the team to have a big domination of the ball, to express themselves with the ball. And sometimes in football, it's not as easy as that, and sometimes in football it's not going to quite work with the ball. When it doesn't, you've got to be really organised, you've got to be very switched on, and you've got to work hard for each other. That makes you hard to beat. But a great example of that was on Tuesday at Folkestone. We went to a side that are free scoring at home, they're now top, and they couldn't beat us.
Another week of cup football coming up. We play Merstham here again on Wednesday, and then Woking next Sunday in the FA Trophy. How do you prioritise those two in terms of rotation and players and all that kind of stuff?
We will rotate the team. There's no question of that. I think it would be unfair not to. We're not going to rotate the team because we're prioritising. We're rotating the team because everybody is important in the dressing room, and they've shown against Sudbury, they've shown against Blackfield as examples that everybody here plays their part. That will happen in the week, but to be clear, Wednesday is a competition that I want to win. Sunday is a game that we want to win, and we think that we can win. So we don't want tired legs. We don't want tired legs, we don't want tired minds, and we want everybody to be a part of what's going on here.
A rare new signing announced yesterday, a bit of oil on the rusty rotating door at Kingstonian. What can you tell us about the new signing?
Yeah, it's,
I haven't pronounced his name because I couldn't remember how you pronounce Eddie's surname.
Eddie Desane
Okay.
Has joined us, and you're right to say that I'm not a manager that brings people in freely, and I am a manager that will wait for the players that I want to sign rather than sign players for the sake of it. And I think that that's been justified this season because we've worked with the players, and the players have improved and improved and improved. Eddie became available. He was a player that I was really interested in the summer. He is the profile of player that we need. And I think we need more goals. I still think that we need more goals in the team. And we can't be so reliant on Louis. Louis scored 16 now for the season. I think the guy's going to get 30 goals. It's a phenomenal return from Louis. But the goals around him haven't been quite to what I want. And so Eddie will bring a threat and he will bring further goals to the team.
Great. Well, have another big week coming up. Congratulations on all win today. And we'll go from there.
My pleasure. Thanks to everybody. Thank you.